Hey, welcome back for match 2 of Green-White Depths. Going down to Elves in game 1. In a pretty tight one. Pretty fun match. Gaddock Teeg doing a lot of work, but at the same time taking us off that Green Sun Zenith, which can happen. That's Magic sometimes, and you play these cards to hopefully have a bigger... we lost our match. Yeah, usually Teeg doing a lot more against an opponent that you bring it in against or keep it in against than on yourself, but sometimes that's just the way that the cookie crumbles sometimes. But Elves are a pretty interesting matchup. I think the green-black variant over the green-white variant definitely has a big advantage with things like Thoughtseize, Plague Engineer out of the board, things like Rite of Replication where you can kind of win on the spot rather than having to give them an extra turn of making your token and then attacking with it. But just that third game was a lot of fair magic, so can't be too unhappy. For those of you who haven't seen me before, my name is Dukes on Twitch. I'm an Australian legacy streamer. I stream on Wednesday nights at 7:30 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, and then usually on weekends on Saturday or Sunday mornings around 10 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. This weekend I will be streaming Saturday morning, which is tomorrow, so in about 12 hours from now, which should be pretty good. Been streaming a lot of Maverick lately, Green-White Depths, Green-Black Depths, Death and Taxes, Humans, a lot of sort of the fairest strategies of the format. I do touch blue, it's not the biggest blue mage, play a few Delver decks, really enjoy Rogue Delver, but now that it's popular, I don't want to be that guy, but now that it's popular, I just don't like it as much. We have our game, which is great, and we're on the draw against MM17. This hand is pretty interesting. I don't mind it, especially with the Once Upon a Time to find a third land, meaning we'll have 2 land drops and the Mox, so I'm going to keep this. I'm not too sure what my opponent is on either. Polluted Delta, okay. Volcanic Island, Delver, okay. So I could have cast the Once Upon a Time in their upkeep to play around Days. So here I'm actually pretty happy just to go Thespian Stage, cast Mox Diamond, pitch Steppe, and then just Green Suns for Dryad Arbor. That's definitely something that comes up. I think the Once Upon a Time not being free is a lot different to a free Once Upon a Time. The Thoughtseize is pretty nice, especially if they have a black mana. So what I could have done actually is play Thespian Stage, play Once Upon a Time for free, have Days Mana up, and then play the Mox, and also have Days Mana up through Thespian Stage. Ooh, another Delve was really nice. Okay. I guess we just make this now. I want to play around Wasteland more than I want to play around Oko. So that's definitely a great reason to go for Dryad Arbor on turn 1. So we know about Preordain. Interesting. We'll see what they do with this. Hopefully it's a bottom. Something like a main deck Vapor Snag would be pretty brutal. But definitely not uncommon, especially in this meta. Need a little bit of luck here. I think these Delver decks have definitely moved towards having some sort of removal for Maritage in the main deck. Whether that's Oko, whether that's something like Vapor Snag. They put 2 on bottom, okay. Bolting the Dryad Arbor. Most likely to turn on some sort of edict effect. So now we really want Steppe. Green Suns. Definitely attack. Maybe they bolted the Steppe just to get turn off Once Upon a Time, so we can't actually try to look a little bit deeper. Luckily playing around Wasteland as well, which is nice. I wonder if they're digging for a main deck answer, or digging for another Delver to try and buy some time. But I'm not sure if that's a winning strategy, so because they haven't conceded yet, that does give away the impression that they do have something main deck like a sack effect. Ugh, petty theft, okay. That's pretty good. Maze. I guess it deals with the Delver for now, but the Wasteland's pretty good. So we just have to pass here, unfortunately, and see what happens. It does make our opponent use the Wasteland, which is kind of nice. Rough. Pretty unfortunate as well. This deck definitely runs, I believe, 28 lands. So definitely a high upside here. This could just be a bolt, or of course casting the Brazen Borrower. Interesting that they cast this, yeah. Sadly, just didn't get there with the lands, but that is Magic sometimes. So let's see how we would sideboard. I like the Thalias on the play. I don't mind the Paths. I don't mind the Veil of Summers because it gives hexproof from bounce effects. I also don't mind the Sylvan Library. I think the Tomiks can come out. I think the Knight of Auden can most likely come out. Ramunap's interesting. I think it's okay. We can probably take out this Scoo. Oh, Scoots is okay at answering the Dreadhorde Arcanist. Tomiks are pretty great. Do I really want the Paths? Maybe just 2? The Knights are fine. I might even just drop a Knight. Givers are okay. Reclaimer's probably the best bet. I don't think this is a version that runs Ren, but I could be wrong. I actually don't mind just cutting maybe some one-ofs. Once Upon a Time still seems fine. Maybe not. Maybe that's the 4 that I cut. I'm not too sure when I would want to cut the Once Upon a Times. I think this is fine. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully get a game 3 and then maybe have a little bit of a deeper dive into sideboarding for this matchup. Sand seems great. We're going to keep this. So I'm going to go cast Mox Diamond, pitch the basic forest, play Windswept, fetch up a Savannah, play Giver, and then play Elvish Reclaimer. I'm just going to 6 here because we don't really have anything to do anyway. Steppe is a little bit rough. Just going to give pro green, or pro blue. Can definitely attack this. This Giver isn't doing much just by itself. Double Delve was pretty good. That's going to be pretty hard to beat. Especially if they flip next turn. Crop rotation doesn't do a whole lot. I think here I'm pretty happy just tapping out for this Ramunap. Getting back the snow-covered forest. And just passing back. No flip. Interesting. Ponder with the Underground's interesting. Most likely seems they might have taken out their hand disruption. But I could be very wrong. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Okay. I think I'm just going to keep this crop rotation until we draw maybe 1/2 of the combo. Giver. No great attacks here either. So just going to pass back. Brainstorm, okay. So obviously going to set this up. Force. That's going to be fine. Because we have this Veil of Summer. Bolt. In response, I'm going to crop rotate, sacking the Steppe. they want to force this, that's fine. I don't think they will because they have the Wasteland. We'll get Maze. Untap one of these bad boys. And then I'm going to give Pro red. Or at least try to. Now we can double block this Dreadhorde, which can't kill either creature. But these creatures kill it, which is kind of nice. Gilded Drake. Does Veil of Summer work with this? I don't think so. It is target creature. So it's an ETB? This is an interesting one. So trigger goes on the stack. I'll now give my stuff hexproof. Oh, unless they force this. Do they have a blue card? Oof, they do. And that's going to be a concession. We're going to get Wastelanded out pretty hard, which is fair enough. So sadly we are down 0-2, but it's a pretty fun game. So hopefully see you back for the third game.